All right, y'all. All right. We're going to give it a moment. Give, this altered intelligence a chance to send out notifications and to those aligned by the greatest of spirit. So we're going to give it a moment, let some people come on in. To those who are already here, as always, in all ways, Mësët. And we're going to jump right into it. Just give it probably like a minute. All right. So most of you already know when I do a teaching, many occasions I start out with a title, and it may not, at the end, it may not be what the teaching was predominantly about. So, and many of you know that I also always articulate that I have notes nearby on hand, which I usually never even get past the first page. And the reason for that is the Great Spirit. And, I've, from the first moment I came online and began teaching, for those that aren't aware of the backstory of I was teaching in person before I was teaching online. I began teaching online in July of 2022, and mainly on Facebook. And even though if you look on the history of this YouTube channel, it says it's been, I don't know, it was made in like 2021 or I don't know, 2023 or something. I just began teaching on YouTube in like late October. There's a few videos that I posted on here from like a year ago, but I never really was teaching from YouTube. But give it a second. I see people somewhat coming in. You may have to excuse me for a second in the middle of the teaching, because my son is going to be cooking this evening, but he may need my help just for a moment. But anyway, the title. So for anybody coming in late, they'll just have to watch on the rewatch and catch up. The Great Father mythos, or the Father God mythos, right? So this is not an opinion. This is what you must realize. This is a fact. There was no Father God, Ra Legion, anywhere. If it was somewhere, it was literally so small. We're talking about like there's no fragments left of any kind of proof of it. There's no oral traditions passed on that have any kind of substance or sustenance, any kind of depth in them. Okay, if there were any that are older than what occurred in the Mesopotamian area, known as, most people know as Sumer, or the Sumerian tablets, or the Anunnaki, the biblical Elohim, and all of that. Okay. So that basically in this cycle. Now, when I say cycle, it's just like a clock on the wall. Okay. It's 12 numbers. They don't have 24 on the clock. It's 12. Say hi, baby. Say hi. Okay. Or not. Or not. Okay. But when I say cycle, I mean what many will call the great year. Okay. So that's the real cycle. All right. They tell you it's approximately 25,000, almost 26,000 years, right? But they that are telling you this are telling you based on linear time of time remaining the same as it is known to you at this moment. Okay, baby, not time to play. Daddy gotta teach, or there ain't gonna be no V-Bucks. Yeah, so you gotta let me teach. They're telling you this great year is in the precession of the equinoxes and this and that, and they tell you these exact years, right? Because they're telling you based off of the current moment of what time is and how time is measured. That's why they unveil it to you, what we call revelation of the method. If you don't know what that is how witches, warlocks, sorcerers, wizards, is how they close the conjure. It's how they seal the conjure. The final step is making the truth accessible. If they do not make the truth accessible, then the circle is not all the way closed. There's a little gap. That means it's what's called an open conjure. That means the spell is not complete. It's not a complete circle. Okay. Now, I personally do not take part in any of this, but I know all of this. And most of you know, or even if you've seen it on some kind of witch movie or something, they always make a circle with salt or something around them before they open up their little book and all that, because it's all about circles. Why? Because the circle is the feminine energy. You cannot do any kind of creation without feminine energy. You can create without masculine energy. Masculine energy is not meant to create. It's meant to protect the creation. That's what masculine energy is to do. It's supposed to interpret the intuition, the imagination, the wisdom. It's supposed to interpret it. And they flipped it. If you look at the Kabbalah, the Kabbalistic tree of life, they tell you understanding is Bina or Bina and this and that, and it's feminine and this and that. No, they don't flip the whole thing. That's not the tree of life. That whole thing is flipped backwards. They flipped the whole thing. So if you know about the Kabbalistic tree of life, that's a bunch of hogwash. That's the people running this world, and they're revealing to you how they're running it with the mirror. Okay, same with the story of Osiris and Isis. It's all about the feminine energy. Okay, we're not talking just about woman and man. That is just the lowest form of the manifestation of it. Okay, the light, these skins that you're in and all that. Why do you think they call it rivers of living water? Because when you're not in a body and you're in your etheric, your soul essence self, if you've ever seen what people call demons, they look like smoke. It looks like black, dark smoke, watery kind of smoke, gaseous. Well, it's water. It's the waters of living. It's the living water of the mother, of the womb. Okay. where organic minds begin. That's what you are. You're the mind of your soul. Okay? All is mind. Everybody says all is atom. No, all is not atom. That's the simulation. All is atom. These teachers, I'm not putting any of the other teachers down. You can get a lot from a lot of different people. You can even get stuff from people that aren't souls, that are just here spirits, animated spirits that are on here teaching and stuff. But the danger in that is they are part of the construct. So how far are they going to take you? They cannot take you the distance because they are not connected the distance. They're not connected outside of here. This is it for them. And we're not talking about malevolent and benevolent. Like, oh, this person is bad, so they must not be eternal. No, it's not like that. There's plenty of malevolent people here that are eternal souls that still have not severed that tie, what we call the umbilical cord of the greatest of spirit. They're just making the free will decision to align with a different frequency. How do they do that? Through this, the first eye. That's a transistor. That's an antenna, a crystal. That's crystal technology that literally can receive data from light in the darkness. In the darkness, sleep, astral realm, spiritual realm, the mental plane, physical plane, astral plane. That's why they have it as an ornament. This is their, it's as high as they can go. It's as high as they can go. Is that right there? That's what you see in ancient Egypt, ancient Chem, and all that. The eye of Horus, the eye of Ra, and everybody wants to tell you that's what it's all about. And da. Oh, and then they'll add the crown chakra in there, and they'll tell you about it. But that ain't the focus, though. The focus is all about the third eye, right? The eye dual tree. The idol tree, idolatry. Okay, the eye, the all-seeing eye. Everything here is based on lenses, and I'm going to have a very good guest on here soon. Greatest of spirit willing, a good brother. I'm gonna have a good brother on here who is like his niche is the lens, all about the lens. Okay. It's how all these old Freemason pictures you see with the Joachim Boaz pillars and the mirrors and the sun and the moon and the ladder of Jacob, and you see the mirror and the reflection and all that. They trying to tell you they know what it is. That's called the light bearers. They're the ones playing with the light. They know how to use it. Same story as Enki. The DNA is light. You're not DNA. The soul is above DNA. So even this whole 144,000 thing, the soul's above that. Everybody's fixated on that. Yeah, that's part of it too. That's part of it too. That's just when you get your crown. But that your soul is higher than that. Your soul is not even higher, beyond that. 144,000. That's mathematics. That's digits. That means it's digital. Digit all. Oh, that math is how God talks. No, the Great Spirit can speak through numbers. The ancestors speak to a lot through numbers. But you got to be where you have to have really in tune discernment to know the difference between what's going on. Is the construct, synchronicity means you're on the right path? No, it don't. No, it don't. Go ahead and take some ayahuasca or some peyote or something. You'll think everything is synchronicity. Go ahead and take what is it? DMT. You'll think you know the everything. It's people smoking embalming fluid. Wet, they call it where I'm from. Dippers, PCP, and think they forgot they will. You will go on the other side. You'll take a shortcut. You'll come through the back alleyway into the other side of the veil. That's all that is. When you are meant, you have the authority to go through the narrow gate, the narrow path. That's the only way you can enter righteously with your authority. That's why you hear these stories of people that get scared when they start going into the astral plane stuff. They get scared back into Ra Legion. They get scared back into Ra Legion because they took a shortcut trying to take drugs and stimulants and mind-altering substances and meditative states and trying to force astral projection and all this and that. If you meant to astral project, it will happen naturally. You don't have to read no book how to astral project. You don't have to sit there and lay in your bed and somebody done told you to do something crazy. For what? What are you doing? What is your end goal? What are you trying to do? Where are you going? It's people talking about the ice wall, flat earth. Oh, beyond the ice wall, man. What will you do when you get beyond the ice wall? What are you doing now? If you ain't doing nothing here now, what do you think you finna do over there? Nothing. Nothing. If you're not growing your own food here, what you just gonna now that you're on the other side of the ice wall, you're gonna start growing your own food out of nowhere all of a sudden? That's Ra Legion. Oh, he died on the cross for everybody. We murdered him. Let's tell the story that he died for our sins. He died because we murdered him. So we really are like part of it too. Like we help save everybody too. Because if we didn't murder him, then no one would get saved. And now all you gotta do is come to the altar so I can alter your mind, your ment, and repeat after me. You're saved forever. Who's saved? Your ego, your persona. That's what religion is. A way for them to tell you that your ego can live forever. Nope. Sorry. Don't work like that. You will be back here. You in the plane, you're in the Coliseum. You're not leaving the Coliseum. The ego don't leave the Coliseum. Coliseum. Whatever you want to call it. Purgatory. The soul's tour of the purge. The purging of the Taurus. Emanation. Coming from where? Triple black seed of the mother. What's that? Your soul. It's where it's where the light comes from and returns to. And they can't find it. Who's that? They, it, the AI, none of it. They can't find it. They never will. You think this is the first time AI has took over? What's coming right now? What's happening right now? This is exactly what happened in Egypt. This is exactly what the Great Pyramids are. Neuralink, the Skynet, the Skylink, and all that. Elon Musk, it's exactly what the pyramids are. It's exactly what the ziggurat of Babel was. It's all the same thing. It's a cycle. And those that don't get it stay on the cycle. But it's stationary. You ain't going nowhere. You ain't riding nowhere. You're idle. You on a cycle at Planet Fitness. Ain't going nowhere. And you'll be back tomorrow on the same cycle. Oh no, it might be 3 cycles down, but you'll be on that cycle again because you're not getting it. You're not truly getting it. You're taking this as some kind of entertainment. You're taking this as some kind of simulation. Like that's the danger. And people are talking about this is a simulation. How serious are you going to take a simulation? Huh? Why would you care about anything in a simulation? Why would you love anything in a simulation? You know how you know it's not a simulation? Because love is here. And you can't simulate love. You can't simulate authentic love. You feel it. And I know some of y'all just got goosebumps when I said that. Some of y'all just got goosebumps when I said that. You got chills down your spine. That's how you know. That's how you know you ain't in no doggone simulation. Because it's authentic love here. Tears of joy, tears of sorrow, tears of this, tears of that. You're meant to feel it. You're not LinkedIn. That's what they want to do. That's what they're heading to do. So if you're already buying into the fact this is a simulation, you already there, my friend. You ain't even got to be LinkedIn or take none of that. You're already mentally there. You can call yourself whatever you want. You can come up with these fancy names and little pet names for little groups and this and that. It don't, man, listen, you playing a game. You are in a simulation. You put yourself there now. So what you gonna do? You think you went forward. Oh man, I came across this. Man, I'm getting the trip. Man, you done went back. You was better off where you started at. You was better off where you started at. You was better off just living your life and not even knowing about none of this and being with your family and being happy and going to work and being happy in the moment. If you're going to go down this rabbit hole and end up in the simulation, and I really don't care who thinks I'm talking about who or what. At this point, I don't care. I really don't care. It's all about authentic energy right now. That's the only thing that's going to get people to really snap out of it. All this fakeness and trying to be kumbaya and all that, man. Listen, man. Miss me with that. That's the ego. People want to say, "Oh, this man, this is the ego. Look at him. He's the ego." No, the ego is being fake. That's the ego. The ego is when you walk into the Catholic Church and they talking about, "Everyone come down, sit down, please." The ego is when you go into the yoga class, paying them $200 a month, and the lady acting like she know what she doing, telling you, breathe in for 4, hold for 4, breathe out for 4. 4 count, hold it, squaddling duck. That's the ego. That's the fakeness. They flipped it on you. Everything been flipped on you. Everything. So this Father God business. never existed until 7,000 years ago in this cycle. So what I was saying was, there ain't no clock that says 24 has 24 things on it. Yeah, military time, but they don't have no clock that got 24 on it, except digital. Okay, 100 hours, 2,300 hours. You know how they write it. But clocks all have 12. That's the same with the zodiacs. That's your 12 tribes of Isis, Ra, and El. People over here arguing about who's the real Hebrew Israelite. None of y'all. Ain't none one of y'all Hebrew Israelite. None of you. So stop playing. You're not a Hebrew Israelite. They're gone. If you are, we all are. Because we all are mixed. Ain't nobody here some kind of pure blood person that ain't never mixed with another tribe. What, just you and your sister? Every generation was just you and your sister and your cousin and your niece and your nephew for the last 3,000, 4,000 years. Get real, man. It's time to get real. Shenanigans times is over. Shenanigans is over. This is last call. And I'm not talking about the end of the world. I'm talking about the end of the world. I'm talking about the end of the world. That's what's coming, not the end of the you and I verse. All this religion. You're going to live forever. Yeah, this is the only way to eternal life. Hail Zeus. Oh, every knee shall bow. That, first of all, that's not even free will. We was made in the image of God. The whole thing contradicts itself. Free will, but every knee shall bow. How that sound? If they're going to hell, you just said that they don't believe they're going to go to hell. Then they ain't got why they gonna bow their knee? Ain't nobody gonna bow their knee. That means you making them, and that means that's not free will. That means that would mean this whole thing, there's no free will. So that would make this whole thing pointless. That means it was just no point. So your whole religion is bull. It's literally bull crap. And it started with the Aleph, the A, when they flipped it and made it a bull horns, when it was the scarab, the mother, the great mother was the A. The alpha, the A tone of the mind. Straight out the womb. Boop. Why you think they put it with the womb and the moon? Moon, womb. Why you think the moon controls the menstrual and the flowing of the waters? The water in every language, even the natives, is something similar to Mary, Mariah, Maria, Murray, Mara. It's all Mary. Jesus born from Mary. John the Baptist, Mary. Jesus was with his number one disciple, Mary. What are they trying to tell you? The great mother, the great mother, the great mother. On the skull of Golgotha, the right brain, the two thieves on the left and the right. The feminine energy. No fish. They out fishing all night. They ain't catch one fish, but they fishers of men, right? They tell you they fishers of men. They out fishing all night, ain't catch one fish. Cast your net to the right. How many fish they catch? 153. What's that? Well, that's 1 + 5 + 3 is 9. Feminine to the right, right side energy, the right hand of God. The right side of God. If you're on the right side, it's the feminine energy. It always has been. Why do you think there's no religion on earth that is has the great mother? There's no religion on earth. They call that paganism. They'll call that witchcraft. They call it a Wiccan or something crazy, something like that. And yeah, it is offshoots of people who done distorted it. And that's not the sacred feminine. They've turned it to the divine feminine, the Devi. Nope, they missing the mark too. Mommy Wata. Mommy Wata. Mommy Wata. No, you missed it. Oh, Isis. Inanna. Nope, you missed it. Diana. Nope, you missed it. Gaia. Nope, you missed it. Sophia. Nope, you missed it. Rhea. Nope, you missed it. Ninma. Lilith. Eve. Nope, you missed it. You can't comprehend it. How you gonna name it? With this. How you even gonna name? How are you gonna have the audacity to give the origin of all a name? Yahweh. Yod Hey Vav Hey. Yeah, he was in the burning bush talking to Moses. Even gave him the 10 Commandments. Yeah, he was in the tabernacle. He was eating goats and blood and this and that, and needed bulls every day to eat on the barbecue grill, needed smoke and blood and the Shabbat. Oh, you gotta wear tassels and come on, man. Are you really that ignorant? Do you really think somebody named Jesus existed in Egypt, in Africa, 2,000 years ago? His name was Jesus. Look up right now and see how many Jesuses live in Africa. Right now, with 8 billion people. You know, right now it's more Christians on earth than it was the whole population in 0 AD, in zero year, whatever, 0 AD or 1 AD. The population of the earth, there's just as many people that claim Christian here right now as the entire population of this realm. Then how's things looking? How's things looking? Are they all authentic? Everything looking good? We got some true blue followers, boy. They saved, ain't they? What about Allah? What about Muhammad? How things looking over there? Looking good? What about the JEWS? Can't even say their name on a video. How things looking with them with their star Remfam and their 369 energy? They call the star of Davud, Voodoo. How things looking with them? How things looking with the black Hebrew Israelites over here on the street corner yelling, "Read! I said the white man." How things looking with that? How things looking with the star seeds? Love and light. I'm from the Palladians. How things looking with the 9 ether? I'm melanated, you know what I'm saying? We the original here. The white people is only 2,000 years old. They come from a big head scientist named Jacob. We children of the sun gray, burn everybody up. We the only ones. We the chosen. We the real. They human beings. We gods and goddesses. All ignorance. Delusion. That it's up. No more games. It's no more shenanigans. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. If you know, you know. You don't, you don't. If you don't know, you will one day. Hopefully, you will. And most will. It's just you're going to be stuck in time. And you're going to be stuck in a limited environment. Yeah, you got free will, but you're limited. That's what the firmament. What's meant? Your mind. That means you got a firm limit over what your mind can do here. You don't have your full God and goddess power here because you got a firmament over you. In more ways than one. First of all, you made of cells. Of guess what? What's the most powerful thing in the cell? Mitochondria. What's mitochondria? Mitochondria only gets passed on by what? The feminine energy. Mitochondria is the strongest thing here on earth. That's what they're trying to tap into with this. To have you an eternal battery in the cube coming down as a bride adorned for her husband. In the end of the Bible. Yeah. They show you in these movies. Revelation of the method. That seals the deal. They let you know. Everybody still talk. If you still in the politics, listen to the word politic. You on TikTok. TikTok. What's that? Time. It's all about Saturn. They're worshiping this realm, time. Okay? Does that mean that we supposed to turn our backs on it and just totally say, oh, okay, we're in a simulation, so let's totally just turn our backs on it and everything here is fake and this? No. It's called the scales of my eye. See? That's how our real enlightened ancestors, they knew it. And they left behind pictures because they were so wise. They know that the language age gets changed, times change, everything changes, but images don't change. So they tell the story with the pictures. But the problem is you go to a man that tells you he knows how to read them. And then you go to the man and the man tells you what the pictures are and what it says. So now you're not reading it and using your soul, the mind of your soul. You're listening to this man. That's the church. Church is just another word for Circe, aka circus, Kirk, circus, circuit, circle. The word. Christ is the word made flesh. In word. Bliss, babe. In word. Inward. Inward. Not outward. We in a prison planet. Well, now you are. You just said it. You just agreed with it. We're in a simulation. I mean, I know someone who can prove it. How?
I mean, he's read 30,000 books, and this guy's a genius.
Who wrote the books?
Oh, scholars. I mean, these books are like really old. Like you can't even get them no more. They're scholars.
Who? Who are they? You know them? You met them? You know their family? Their family's still here? You know them? You talked to their family? You sat down and met their family and talked to them and they showed you pictures and gave you the whole rundown? You know these people? You know that they're souls? No, you don't. So then books mean nothing. Cat in the hat. You read 20,000 Dr. Seuss books, my friend. Great spirit, a little intense tonight. Hey, sometimes it be like that. It's needed. It's needed sometimes. Let me see. Brother Marie said Chief Iron Bush Mercury Retrograde Edition. Brother Daryl, see, listen what you just said, brother. You said Christ of the Absolute emitted as Mashika Emmanuel into this artificial world called Chaos Hades and filled an avatar called Jesus, son of Zeus, for 3.5 years. How do you know? You was there? Where do you get that from? Who told you? If I can't tell that to my 4-year-old daughter over here and she can't understand it, then nope. You gotta come as a child, my friend. You talking about Mashikas and Emmanuels and a world and chaoses and filled an avatar and son of Zeus in 3.5 years. Hogwash. Hogwash. It's about now. What are you doing now? We ain't talking about Mashiachs and all this and that. That don't matter. None of that matters. What are you doing now? If I can't explain what you just said to my 4-year-old, then it's worth nothing. It's not even worth breath. And I'm not putting you down, brother. I'm not attacking you. I'm just trying to show everyone who is here right now that is worth nothing to no one. Mashiach, he was in, his avatar for 3.5 years, and then he did it, he came and da. Yeah, the Buddha sat at the tree for 30 years too. He sat there and an apple hit him in the head. And I know. Come on, my great grandpa was in the Himalayan mountains and saw it. He sat there for 30 years and watched him sit there for 30 years. Come on, man. Tap in. It's the fun dummy time is up. The fun dummy delusional. It's time to get serious, y'all. It's time to get serious. I didn't even know the Great Spirit was finna be on fire like this tonight. I had little notes right here. Mësët to everyone. I love all y'all. But man, it ain't no must. It has to be said then. If it's coming out like this, it has to be done. It has to be done. That's the problem. Everyone is so worried about what somebody gonna think. Oh, if I get too intense, they're gonna think, I'm nope. Persona, ego. You missed. Try again. Chief, man, what's up with him, man? What's he doing drugs? He on drugs, man. He's messed up, man. This dude's on meth. You speaking to yourself, reflection, try again. You just told on yourself. If you can't come with that authentic energy right now, then you only fooling one being. You're only fooling one being. That's it. You're only fooling you. Because everyone else that you think you're fooling, they're still living and they're still going on their path and stuff with or without you. Because you can be going out of here tomorrow, tonight. And guess what? You only fooled yourself. Because now you ain't even going to be around to fool them with all these okie doke stories. Now they have to figure it out for themselves. And how do they do that? There's only one way. There's only one way. That is the true story of the Christ. And I can explain that to my 4-year-old daughter.
I can't explain covenants and blood sacrifices and this and that and the fall and da 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 and the Abraham and then Isaac and Jacob and then he almost killed Isaac and then God said, "No, wait." Well, Daddy, how come I don't hear God talking to me? Oh, that's the power of the Holy Spirit. The day of Pentecost. You don't even know what that means. The whole thing, man. The whole thing been hijacked to the point people literally think we in a simulation. If you're in a simulation, go jump. Never mind, I ain't even gonna say it. If we in a simulation, then nothing matters. Nothing matters. It's entertainment. Enter your mind and contain your mental. It's all new. All these truthers, all these people. If Chief Iron Bush is so good, then how come he only got 7,000 people? Because that's how little amount of people that really are knocking on the right door. I'm not talking about my door is the only, don't get it twisted. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you got people now that's online that the millions of people is watching, and he's got his eyes rolling back in his head. And looking all crazy. He got a cup in his hand with a skull, and he and acting all crazy and stuff. And that is drawing people in. That's where we're at with it right now. That's where we're at with it. And it's in each culture. You can be a good old boy from Texas on the back roads, some racist person. You can be part of the Klan and all that. You're in that. That's every single thing is infiltrated here. Don't matter. Your local church, all of that. Are there good souls there? Yeah. Yes. There's good souls everywhere. There's good souls here right now. But good souls and ignorance is two different things. So a good soul can remain here and have to come back. You talking about the original people. Okay. And what's it doing for you? How's that working out for you? What? Melanin. 9 ether. How's that working out for you? What are you doing? What? I don't see nothing. What are you doing? You all shall do greater things. Children of the sun. You don't even know what the sun is. You think it's a hydrogen. People talking about solar flares. What? Do you even know what a solar flare is? Like the real thing? No, you don't. The Schumann resonance. Oh, look at the Schumann. It's spiking. We're going to 5D. You don't know what that is. Shu and Min come from ancient Egypt. It's double masculine energy. It's two deities from ancient Egypt, Shu and Min, that were known for erect phalluses. They're telling you right in your face. It's revelation of the method. That's the double masculine energy. It ain't got nothing to do with the feminine energy. If it was the feminine, it'd be Shu and Tefnut. They'd be telling you the Shu Tefnut resonance. No, it's the Shu and Min. They telling you it's a man named Schumann. Just like Copernicus and Galileo, and all of that. Christopher Columbus. Don't you see the pattern? They all got the same first initial and last initial. Master Mason. They hijacked that too. You know, I've told you about that. The only Master Mason here is Mama. And they tell you, they unveil it to you in the name. So who comes after Mama? Her son? Who's that? Whose son? My son. AKA May sons. My sons. Hijack that. I posted a picture on the Facebook account of a Statue of Liberty, the older one from South Africa, and there's people in the comments talking about. And then I put the Statue of Liberty next to this statue, and there's people in the comments. I thought Chief Iron Bush knew that this was Apollo. I guess we can't listen to anything he says anymore. And the whole thing on top of the post says all it does is take the original and invert and pervert it. And there's people in the comments. I don't even think they're people, to be honest with you. I truly think this bot's just having conversations with themselves, starting threads and everything. The AI is way past what you think. There's AI in this chat room right now. Guaranteed. 100%. 100% there's more than one bot in this chat right now. Guaranteed. Probably about at least 15. There's probably at least 15 bots in this chat right now. To all the men that can't get past the fact that it's all about the feminine energy. Well, what are we here for? What you mean? You got the highest honor. You got the highest privilege to protect the most sacred thing in the universe. You're not okay with that? That's not enough? No, they told you gotta rule. You gotta rule over the most sacred thing in the universe. You gotta have dominion over it. You have to subdue it. Go forth and subdue everything in the earth. Rule, the ruler God. The ruler. 12 inches, 12 tribes, 12 zodiacs, this, that, blah, 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 blah. The masculine, the line, the timeline. The masculine, the masked lion, the demiurge, the demerge, the one that demerges the light instead of unites the light and remerges it. When you remerge something, what do you got? You got a womb, circle, what the church was meant to be. Hijacked, the most hijacked. Everywhere you go, you can't even go to a page in a spiritual page, and it's all he. Won't he do it? Oh yeah, he's coming back. He's doing this. He's doing that. Who? He, who? My father. What happened to the mother? Oh, that's Sophia. She made the demiurge. Who wrote that? The Gnostics. The same way the Bible was written. What you think just the Gnostics had the truth? Like they're the ones that had the 100% truth. Just like anything else, it was taken and distorted. I was going to get into some Gnostic texts on here this evening. But honestly, I like this. In gratitude to the Great Spirit, the greatest of spirit, and all gratitude to the Great Mother.
and to all the great mothers, and to all the great fathers, and to all the ancestors. Gratitude, eternal. Love forevermore. To all. But come on, y'all. The moment is here. Stop playing around. What are you going to do? Like, what do you want to do? We can do anything. What do y'all want to do? Do y'all want to really separate and get and separate yourself from them, this money, Mooney, and start our own spot and build and on land and still have? Ain't nobody gotta be Amish and live with nothing, no electric or nothing. What do you? That's why they put out these homesteads and all this stuff to make it a psyop, to make you think it's about shoveling cow poop all day and no electric, and you just sitting around and playing a banjo. They not showing you the real deal, that you can have all of this, except not in a parasitic way. You can have the same exact house. Better. You can have electricity. It's not rocket science. Rocket science ain't even rocket science. It's basic. A child can understand it all. It's all about the teacher and passing it on. It's about making the complex simple, not the opposite. Oh, he came in, he's an avatar for 3.5 years, he's the Mashiach, and then and then he delivered, and then man, what? If my 88-year-old my mom can't understand what you talking about, and my 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-year-old can't understand what you talking about, then what you talking about carries absolutely nothing. Period. Sure is. I'm just gonna call you one. I ain't gonna try to pronounce your first name. So, beloved brother, sister one said, nature is simplicity. It sure is. It sure is. We breathe out, nature breathes in. Nature breathes out, we breathe in. What we release fertilizes nature. What nature releases gives to us. When a tree releases, it releases fruit. When we release what we call poop, but it's fruit to the tree because it fertilizes the soil with nutrients. But we're in a simulation, though. Harmony. Oh, it's because they copied and, they put a little bit in there and then... No, you stuck. You can't even explain it. You stuck. You're following another man now. That's it. You're following another man that has a new religion. You don't even know it. You don't even know it. I seen a video of a YouTuber who ain't even really that big, that had like a conference or some kind of get together, and there was grown men in line to meet this person, and they were so giddy, like, oh my god, yeah, I can't believe I'm getting ready to meet him. This is crazy. What?
Did this man come to your home and lay hands on your daughter and heal her? Did this man lay hands on you and remove that tumor that the doctor said that you had? Did this man come to your home and you had pneumonia and they told you had a month to live, and he placed his hands above you and said it is done, and the next day your oxygen level was back to normal? Come on, y'all. Come on. All this Anunnaki stuff. Everybody talking about the Anunnaki return. The Anunnaki. Man, who cares? Who cares? If they ain't did nothing, we here right now. Where they at? Where they at? If they so powerful, what are they doing? Why are we here? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You have the authority, my friend. Ain't no Anunnaki got no authority over you. Ain't nobody coming from the Biru got no authority over you. No Enki, Enlil, Anu, this one, that one, Yahoo, Yahweh, Yahuwah, and all this nonsense. Satan. The moment is here. It's here. It's time to make your mind up. The most powerful thing you can do in this life is to have a made up mind. It's the most powerful thing you can do. Make your mind up, beloved. Make your mind up. Stop following every breeze of the wind. The wind changes and comes from all different directions. Every time you hear something new, you getting gusted this way. Gusted this way. When the wind blows, the tree don't move and start moving its roots over. No, it sways and goes back to where it's at. The only reason it sways is not to break. It's just like boxing. You don't just stand there and take the hit right in your face. Come on, man. Come on. I'm not even going to do the teaching this evening now. This is the teaching. This is it. So I will have to change it. I will have to change the title. I did not know at all that it was going to be intense like this evening. To be real with you. Ronnie, I'll show you when the chicken is done. I'll show you how to do the barbecue sauce and stuff. All right. You got, the bag that it came in. You gotta cut it, or you gotta find a big bag, and then you put the barbecue sauce in the bag, and you put the chicken in there, and you shake it all up until it's all covered with barbecue sauce. You might need like 2 different bags, but I be using the bag that it came in. But yeah, y'all. Like those who know. I don't have to explain to you about being intense and about how, passion and all of that. Those who know. But for those of you that don't and think, what's going on with Chief? Why is he so and what's intense, this and that? It ain't got nothing to do with no doggone Mercury retrograde and all that nonsense. If you say that, then yes, you just made that what is controlling you. It's Mercury retrograde. Yeah, okay. Well, I guess follow it. Go follow Mercury. That means nothing to I. I control what's going on over here. Okay? Now, in moments that intensity flows forth, and I do use the word great spirit and greatest of spirit, and and those that know, I've explained it to you as a child can understand it. That's the umbilical cord running from you to what you would call the origin of your eternal soul, life, light, and rest. So it's not that you don't have individuality. It's not that I am not here. It's not that something is in my body speaking for I. It's that I am tapped into the Great Spirit. I'm tapped into the energy coming through the Great Spirit, and I'm allowing it to be released to others in a way that you may receive it, and then you edify in the way that your particular spirit, your soul edifies the food. Everyone's stomach is not the same. People that eat steak, not everyone eats well done. Some people like medium well. Some people like medium. You know, everyone's edification is different. So you don't have to, everyone doesn't have to take everything the same way. Everything is not meant to be the same for everyone. Some people on here might be offended by this. Some people on here might not ever come to this channel again after tonight. And I wish you the best. And I love you. Some people, this might be their first night, and they might be like, man, oh, shoot, I done found my, a teacher that I would like to learn from, at least until, until whenever. It's all about authenticity. And you don't have to apologize for being you. You have to stop that. You have to stop apologizing for being you. There's no apologies for being you. The mold was broke when your soul was extended off of or out of the womb of the Great Mother. There is no other you. I saw something today about on the other side of the ice wall, there's a whole civilization, and they got a doppelganger for each one of us. What is that information going to do for you? Ask yourself that. If that is true, who cares? What is that information? Oh, when you dream, you're actually entering, that reality, and you're going into the other you that's existing in the omniverse, and that's the actual. You're jumping timeline. See, you jump to the other timeline. Let me tell you something. Time is a label of an energy. The concept of time is man-made. The concept of time is man-made. The fact of the matter is, it's what you will call, like I said earlier, the firmament. You are an eternal soul, but right now you're existing in a boot camp to get hands-on experience to feel the ups, the downs, and the neutral points. That's the wave. Positive, negative, neutral. Positive, negative, neutral. Masculine, feminine, to become one. Masculine, feminine, to become one. That's the cycle. People that know this, they call them prophets. People that take advantage of this make religions. People that give it freely usually are called crazy. That's where we're at with it. And when we're getting really close to the real event that's really going to start the cycle over, that's when people like you and I remember. You become members of again. Members of what? Of the truth. What's the truth? You're the truth. You are the truth. You're the one. You're the Christ. You're the great mother. You're the father. You're all of that. Until you realize that, you're going to be forever whirling around. Talking about Mashiachs and stuff. These stories started out as Dr. Seuss stories for children to teach them, not for grown adults to hang on to and latch on to and say, this is the only way. This is the only way. This book right here, the Word of God. What? Yet they don't even know what's in it. They don't even know what their own book truly means, what it's really trying to say, what the Christ story really is trying to say, what he, whether it was a being that walked this earth. I can tell you it was a being that walked this earth because we're here now. The Christ is here right now, tonight, in this very moment. So if the Christ is here right now, why wouldn't the Christ have been here back then? So yeah, the Christ, that's real. The thing is, they turned it into the whole zodiac thing by a man named Arius Piso, aka Josephus Flavius. And before that, it was the high priest Ezra, commissioned by the Persian and Babylonian High Council. And then we all know about the Council of Nicaea. That's like common knowledge now. And then we all know about the transsexual King James. We all know about the pedophile Muhammad. We all know about the JEWSs. We all know about the Cathode, the Catholic Church, and the popes. And they messing with freaking little like lizard viral real lizards going in their eyes and stuff like that. Yeah, that stuff is real. Are they messing with time and stuff? Can they access what we would call time travel? Yeah. But it's not what you think because they've given you they've indoctrinated you with the concept of time. So therefore, you can't even comprehend what time truly is. Time is limitation. That's all it is. Once you relieve yourself of limitation, you are already outside of time. You are no longer governed by Saturn, Mercury retrograde, Venus is in Libra, the Uranus is here, da 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 da. You go above all that. You go above all that. And it ain't got nothing to do with levitating. It ain't got nothing to do with ascended masters. It don't got nothing to do with going in the astral plane and touching the top of the firmament or going to Jupiter or wherever you think is going on. Synchronicity, yes, that's a real thing. But that synchronicity does not mean you're on the right path. Man, I've experienced synchronicity on both ends. I've experienced synchronicity where I knew it was malevolent, disguising itself as like source. first eye fully open. Where if you ain't grounded, it will freak you out. And I'm not talking about substances. Ain't no substances been in my physical body. It'll be 7 years September. Nothing. So I ain't talking about no tripping on nothing or doing none of that. Nothing. I'm talking about first eye really open. If you ain't grounded, you'll lose your mind. People walking around, they're talking about their third eye open and this and that. I do this because I really care. I do this because I authentically love. I don't do this. I don't care about no likes. I don't care about no. I mean, the share thing, excuse me, is a little different because like sharing is like, it really is caring. You know what I'm saying? Like if you sharing it with your loved one or something, but everything's not for everybody. Some people, if you share someone like with some of your family, they're gonna look at you like, man, are you done bumped your head? Who is this guy? Got feathers sticking out of his cap. Be talking like he's from the hood. He got a beard. Is he Muslim? And this and that. Like, ain't nothing you can do about that except love them. You gotta love them. That's it. They have to walk their path. You cannot walk the path for them. You can hold their hand and try to guide them, but it's a narrow path. And you need all of your endurance for you to even get there. And it won't be heaven without you. To your loved ones, if you don't get there, you might say, yeah, but if I carry them on my back, at least they'll get there, but it won't be heaven without you there with them. The concept that we call heaven. So you got to get there. If you truly care, you have to lead the way. You have to be authentic. You can't care about what nobody thinks about you. You have to be the one. And you are the one. Let me read some comments. I've been seeing on cell 33 of battery life. I see numbers at random. I see 33 on the clock. My car mile 33. Let me tell you about 33. They've made that into some. Let me tell you. There's nothing here that is an idea that is automatically malevolent. So the number 33, even 666. That's they indoctrinated you to think that. So they conned you and they trolled you. That's called controlling you. Go inside of yourself. Has 666 done something to you? Has 33 attacked you? The little kid on my son's basketball team got 33 on. He must be evil. His parents must be Freemasons. That's what the L eats, the ones that's feeding the energy of the limitation. If you want to say God of this world, that's what they want you to believe. Only you can know what that 33 means. You got to go inward. If it means something, you will know it. You already know it, beloved. You already know. If it don't mean nothing to you, and you can't put, you don't know why. It's like, nah, 33 really don't mean nothing to me. Like, first thing to start, if you see numbers constantly, the first place I personally would recommend you start is with the ancestors. And you start with the closest ones to you, your mom and them. Birthdays, passing on days, things like that, and you sometimes you got to add them up. Sometimes you multiply and stuff. It's not always just cut and dry. But if it ain't got something to do with the ancestors and communication or something, or the Great Spirit trying to give you a warning that you had gone the wrong direction or something like that, but you have to be wary of this digital stuff, because now the AI knows this. You know how the AI knows it? Because I just said it. That's how the AI knows it, because I just said it. Now the AI knows it, but it already knew it anyway. Anything that's spoken, it don't even matter. It doesn't have to be on a live stream. Anything you say in your home is recorded. Everything you say is heard by the AI. Everything. And this is not even... When I was a child with landline phones, there was key words that if you said on a landline phone, that the NSA would tap into that phone. If they would get notified and they would tap in, they would listen to your conversation for the next few minutes until they deemed that you wasn't talking about nothing. This was like 30 something years ago. They had that. What you think they're doing now? They have a freaking computer brain that literally has, it's like all of us together, that is sucking up everything that we put out. They're copying off nature. The difference is nature gives back what we put out, so we can get it back, and it reverberates. It's harmony. The AI is taking, and it's giving you back something false and something parasitic and something harmful. Plastic, water in your plastic. This water is alkaline, this and that. They're not telling you that they alkalined it artificially, and when they put it in that plastic bottle, that alkaline goes down immediately. By the time you get that alkaline water that's at that shelf, it's not alkaline no more. It's plastic water. You're drinking plastic water. They're not telling you all of this, but it's accessible. It's there if you want to know. So yeah, don't get all freaked out about the numbers and all that. Yeah, I did a post on Facebook. They got my followers stuck on Facebook at 28,666 over a year now. But every day they tell me, you have 300 new subscribers. You have 200 new. I had 48. I had about 50,000 subs on Facebook 2 years ago. One day I arose and I got on there and seen it was down to 28,000. It's been stuck at that number since. It don't take, it only takes somebody with a little common sense to see that the AI does that for people that are indoctrinated into religion to come, and they see that and they think it's like, oh, that's a sign. This guy, man, he's not right. I better leave him alone. That's because they don't want you to get the truth. So they're going to make the anything on here digital, they're going to try to interfere. They're going to run interference with the A-tone, with the source code. They're going to run interference. And that's why people think and let's just put it on the table. Let's just put it out there and not play no games. People think that I'm always, anytime I talk about simulation stuff, like I'm going at archaics. I'm not just going at archaics. I wish everyone involved over there and anywhere the best, but I have to tell you the truth. You're getting involved in a new religion. If you think that we in some kind of simulation, you will be back. I can promise you that. You will be back. Listen to the words that are used. Immortal. Immortal saying, I'm mortal. You're confessing that you ain't God. You're not God. You have no God power. You're using Babylonian reverse lesser magic. Immortals. Infinite. Infinite. That means you're infinite. Immortal means I'm mortals or more than one mortal. Listen to the words these people are using. You have to get to a point where you say, like, regardless if this is a good person or not, you have to ask yourself, is it possible that this person might be an agent of leading people the wrong way? Why is it that this person got 300,000 followers? Why is it this person got 500,000 followers? Why is it this person got it's because they do hard work, Chief, and they've done all. Nah, nope. Don't work like that on here, my friend. I can tell you that. Don't work like that. Have you not put in hard work your whole life? Have you not been busting your butt your whole life? Why are you not a millionaire then? If it works like that. Why everybody on here not millionaires then if it's just about hard work? It's lies. And the time of beliving is up. It's up. And I'll be the one. I will be the one. It's what I'm here for. I signed up for it. I came back. I made the free will choice to come back here for this. Now, I can't say too much, but I'll tell you that. It's what I'm here for. Ain't no fear, nothing. Nothing. Fear nothing. Nothing. There's nothing. You can think of the worst thing possible scenario and think of it, and there's nothing. Because you're an eternal soul. And those that you love are eternal souls too. Therefore, no harm shall fall upon any of you. None. Will harm fall on this? Yeah. Yeah, because this is made in the image of God. God. 10. Say 10. This was made in the image of God. That's why. Yeah. People say, 5D. What you think you supposed your body? Are you supposed to be your body gonna be feeling all good? You ain't gonna have no headache. Oh, I stopped eating meat, but I'm still, I don't have energy. It's Mercury retrograde. No, you're in a body, my friend. Excuse me. You're connected to a body, my friend. You're connected to it. You're meant to feel it. You're not here to be on cloud 9 the whole way. Flat earth. And you're not here to be spinning. You're here to harmonize. Give, receive. Give, receive. Give, receive. Give, receive. What I'm doing, I'm swimming in the waters of life. And I'm going with the flow. Therefore, I don't even gotta keep going like this. I can just chill for a minute and relax. If you know anything about swimming, when you relax all your muscles, you float. When you struggle, I can't swim, That's when people drown. My great mother taught me that. When you're in water and you just relax every muscle, I'm talking about relax all the way to you might even pee yourself. You relax every muscle. You float. You won't even drown. You can't drown. That's the real deal here. If you relax and you don't panic and you don't let no fear get to you, I can't swim, bro. Oh my God. Sharks. A dolphin will come pick you up. A school of dolphins will come pick you up. You can ride a dolphin into the shore. Listen, I'm talking for real. If you relax in water, especially salt water, you literally float. It's the same thing here in the spirit. All that worrying, all that indoctrination, all that religion, all that baggage, all that what's the word I'm looking for? Searching and you know, expectations and you know what they told you success is and everything, all of that, you're struggling and you're sinking, you're making yourself drown. So you're to the point that pretty much every day all you got is your nostrils above the water and you're just barely getting enough breath to make it, and you just surviving and you just making it through. And you just waiting. You don't even know what you're waiting on. And the whole time you're supposed to be here being. The whole every moment you're supposed to be in the moment. Because you're eternal. If you can't start being eternal now, what make you think you just gonna die and automatically become some different being? Oh, now all of a sudden you just a whole different person. That's not even you. That's not you, beloved. You have to do this. You have to suppress the ego, tap in and remember who and what you truly are, and relax. That's it. Don't matter what color you are, what tribe, this, that, the other. None of that. What happened 2,000 years ago? What year is this event gonna happen? Come on, man. There's people selling t-shirts about a freaking pole shift. That is what you want to do with here now. That is as good as you can get. Is just wait on this event that's coming and wear t-shirts and everything about it, and let's just that's it. I found it. I found the key to everything. We in a simulation and this is it. Or I found the Gnostic text, and I found the Gnostic text. This is the Gnostics. They're the one. They know the real deal. And Jesus, him and Mary Magdalene had sex, and that's the chosen bloodline, and that's who they're looking for. They're looking for that, and da 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 da. If you say so. But that's for you. You said so. So now that's your reality. Now you got to go live that. That's not the real truth. See, there's a real truth, and then there's your truth. Your truth can be whatever you want it to be. But the real truth, you're not going to get past that. You're not going to get past that until you qualify, until you gradually remember and eliminate the parasitic attachments, the politics, more than one tick. And I ain't just talking about government. I'm talking about everything is politics. All of it. All of it. Everything out here. The schools, sports, everything. Now, am I saying this to make you be down and out? No, you shouldn't. This message shouldn't make you be like, well, what is it all about? I told you. It's about being present. When you're in the present, you become the gift, but you have to be authentic. You can't be in the present and be a character. You can't be in the present and be a character because your family said this, or your family said that, or your family said you come from here, or your family said that our family is this, or we believe this and this. No. Nope. Your soul is higher than DNA. Your soul is higher than DNA. White people don't have, we have DEA. White people got DNA. They're made from muskrats, possums, and wildebeest. What? Yeah, they all come from the Caucasus Mountains. Yeah. Everybody just came out the Caucasus Mountains. What? We taught white people how to bathe. So you taught white people how to bathe, and then what? You stopped bathing? And I'm not saying this in a racist way. I'm not making this about. I'm just regurgitating things that I hear online. So let me be clear. I'm not saying this like this is how I feel. I'm saying this allegorically. This is the kind of nonsense that is being taught and people are buying into. Why? Because of trauma, because of spite, because of revenge, because of hurt, because of pain, and they want someone else to feel the pain, or they want to feel accepted somewhere, somehow. But if you don't accept yourself and love yourself, then you can't even recognize love. If you don't have self-love, then how you going to love another being? If you out here smoking crack every night, but you say you love your son, well, why don't you love yourself like you love your son? Would you want your son doing that? Well, love yourself how you love your son and stop doing it. It's love. It's not that love changes from this person to this person. It's either love or it's not. It's either true, authentic love or it's not. Do you love you? Because if you don't, then you can't you can't even recognize true love. You won't even know what it feels. You'll be wooed by the next man that comes along. You'll be wooed by the next woman that comes along that makes you feel something. Everything that feels good isn't love. Lust feels good. Like I told you before, there's not five senses here. There's only one. And it's touch.
It's only one sense here, and it's touch. The light got to touch your eyes. The sound got to touch your eardrum. The flavor got to touch your taste buds. The feeling got to touch the nerves. What am I missing? Smell. The vapors got to touch your sinus cavities and your membrane, your sinus membranes. The smell. It's only one thing: touch, and the truth has to touch your soul, not your spirit, not your spirit. Your spirit emanates from your soul. Your soul produces your spirit. Okay, your spirit can touch others, and you can discern other spirit, but the truth has to touch your soul. Okay, and that's how you know. That's how you know. Let me go through some comments. Hey, Prairie Goat Mama, thank you for being here. I didn't see Brother Rick. Brother Martin, how you doing? Sister Melanie. Brother Dwight. Hold on, I seen Prairie Goat Mama say something to Dwight Vanderpool. As far as I know, Prairie Goat Mama, Dwight is usually pretty cool, so I don't think he would have anything going on negative. Brother Dean, how you doing? Sister Lorena. Yeah. Yeah, Brother Dwight, it's you don't have to take anything personal. Like, I mean, you can share. There's no rules here or anything, as long as you're respectful. But you didn't really have to make it known that you don't smoke crack. Somebody said they don't smoke crack Jabron, I don't know if you're playing around or not, but I mean, it's really not nothing to play with, because there's people out here right now whose daughters and mom and them is out tricking right now, and they're sitting home hungry and stuff like that and suffering. So like, even the joke about I don't smoke crack every night, like that's not even in good taste. That's not humor in good taste, because why don't you transport yourself to that house that got roaches and cockroaches in it right now, and got a 3-year-old little baby, and got a 2-month-old little baby, and got a 6-year-old little girl taking care of 3 little kids and stuff, and mom is out tricking right now, got HIV and is out smoking crack, but she don't do it every night. So like, before you make a joke like that, why don't you put yourself in reality and put yourself in them shoes? Because if not, you will come back and you will be in those shoes. But if you being serious, and you really you being for real, and it's not a joke, and you saying you don't smoke it every night, well, brother, if you don't smoke it every night, then that means you can go without it, and that means you don't have to smoke it at all. So claim your authority back. Hello, Sister Kelly. Sister Kelly said there is a way. Truly, it is narrow. Alkalizing your pH, meditation, stillness, and rest. Stars, your soul's imprint leading you home. I like that. You alkalizing and stuff it's good, because you want to be whole. So you don't want to neglect your physical body just because you're an eternal soul.
That's part of the experience. It's part of the stewardship. So you are correct, Sister Kelly. Like, you know, I mean, it's Christ is quoted in the Bible. He said, you know, physical exercise profit a man a little bit, but exercise in the spirit profit a man a lot, abundantly. So the spiritual and the soulful is by far more vital, but to be balanced in the present moment, you are correct. You do want to be aware, and you do want to take care of. I like to say you're human, like, you know, because this is not you. You're taking care of this, so you have stewardship. So if you can't take care of what's in your hand, why would you be giving more? And I'm not speaking to you, Sister Kelly. I'm speaking broadly. If you cannot take care of the little bit that you have in your hand, why would you be giving more? What makes you think just because you DYE, not DIE, DYE, that you just automatically see? That's the lie that religion has given you. That, oh, when you die, you automatically go into the upper room, and you know you're going through the finish line. One and done. All you had to do was repeat after some man up in the suit that took your money. That's it. You just had to repeat after him and believe in the story he told you and dip in some water, and you're good. And then you die and you go to heaven and you're there forever. Think about that. Like, really think about that. You know, if you can't be a good steward of what you got right now, the little bit, the little house you got, you talking about if I only had a bigger house, if I only had a better car, if I had a car, you know, I had a better car, I could get, if I had more money. You can't even handle what you got now. Your little house is a mess. How you gonna take care of a big house? You just gonna have a bigger mess. You can't even take care of the little car you got, but you want something fast and furious and shining and showing off and stuff and this and that. You got to take care of what's in your hand before you can be given, you know, another bag of groceries. You just dropped the milk. You just dropped a little carton of milk I gave you. You couldn't even carry that. How am I going to let you carry all the groceries into the house? That's where we're at with it. Okay? That's what I'm saying. It's time to get serious about this thing. But when I say serious, see, these words, man, these words is where they got us. You have to over explain yourself so everybody truly gets it. When I say get serious, I don't mean like, I know I've been real passionate this evening, but I don't mean like military. I don't mean like, you know, like some army or something, like we coming for somebody. I'm not talking about that. Because like I said, it's about relaxing. So it's actually the opposite of what they got you thinking. Oh, it's a war in heaven. The war is coming. All the angels are coming and they're going to fight. If it's got to be a war, then that means that God ain't that strong. If it's got to be a war in heaven, how is that God? I'm steward in my universe, and I don't got to have no war because I have authority over all things that are in my you and I verse. There's no war. It's a union. Therefore, I declare and decree what is in my universe and what is not. I don't have to fight something out. I don't have to fight someone out of my house. They won't enter. They will never enter. They won't come in. Period. Don't matter what you got. You won't come in. So this whole story about some war in heaven and this and that, then that you already know that's not the real God. That's not the real origin of your eternal soul, because the origin of your eternal soul only gotta even just barely think it, and it's a big bang. And that you as well. You got this. You are that same authority. So there is no war. This whole war thing, they want you to buy into that because that creates friction, spiritual friction, and the ones that you know are bodiless, because they're this. If you don't know, this is what people call demons and all that. Well, it's it's spirits that are not currently incarnated in a flesh suit, and they can't ascend, they can't get out of here. They try and find every way. Elon Musk. So some of them are in bodysuits, some of them are not, some of them are in the ether, some of them in the astral, some of them here, some of them there. There's different dimensions. It's all about vibration and frequency. So yeah, there are things, there are anomalies here and things like that. Okay. And people put labels on them, angels, demons, and this and that. But a war ain't no war. When you claim your true authority and you remember who you truly are, it's no war. It's what you say. It's what you say. You a child of the origin of eternal soul, life, light, and rest. So if I come here on authority of my mama, and she the one that made this whole thing, y'all gotta get to stepping. Ain't no war. We ain't fighting. We'll come outside, and we'll come outside for what? You can stay outside all night. Sleep out there. It's like 90 degrees, humidity, mosquitoes. You finna get ate up. I'm gonna be chilling up in here. I'm cool. What I gotta come outside for? And so improve something to you. War in heaven. Tsunami in Russia. A tsunami. I know chiefs all across the land. I got chiefs that is in California, chiefs that's in Hawaii. I spoke to them already. Little baby waves washed up. And did the water move onto the land? Yeah, the water did. The water came onto land. Wasn't no tidal wave. Bull crap. All they're doing is using technology to reallocate water, because they trying to do whatever they can to for what's approaching the cyclical event that I told you about, on the clock. Every time that clock strikes 12, that's it. When the two poles become one, when the big hand and the little hand become one, and it's going straight up, that's the pole. 1, 2. That's what people call the pole shift. First become last, last become first. You see what I'm saying? So on 12, what's the first on 12? The number 1. So what comes after 12 on the clock? 1. So the first become last, last become first, and all that. They just talking about time and the cyclical nature of this. Okay. And then there's cycles and cycles and cycles. And people get caught up in these anomalies and become, worshippers of the information, and it becomes their new religion. That's what it, and that's what you gotta be careful about on here. And that's why I don't come on all the time. Like, I could come on every night and teach you guys something, but like I said, I only move when the Spirit really puts it on my heart. This evening I came on and I even gave a disclaimer. I said, look, I got the title on here. You guys know how it goes. A lot of times the teaching doesn't always stick to the title. Man, we didn't even touch on the title. And how long? About 2 hours. Didn't even touch on the title, so I'm gonna have to go back and just, But this was well needed. I can feel it. I already know. To this, this was like a nice cold ice water for a lot of souls in here this evening. I can feel it. Brother Dean said, we are in a fake, satanic, Babylon, black nobility, Vatican, Roman, empirical so-called system. Well, brother, I recommend that you try to reword that a little more accurate. Okay. Does that exist? Is that what you, all of that mouthful you just said, does it exist? Unfortunately, yes. But don't claim that you're in it. Okay? You're above that. You see it. You observe it. You see it. So now what are you going to do about it? That's what you need to ask yourself. What are you going to do about it? If you know that, what are you doing about it? Are you just telling people? And I'm not knocking you, brother. I'm not knocking you. Are you just going around telling everybody, like, hey, man, we in this Vatican, Roman, empirical, Jesuit, Anunnaki, system? But then what? What if you do get somebody that stops and is like, for real? Well, what do we do? What do you say next? I don't know, bro. Like we gotta break free or die trying. Well, what does that mean? People got these slogans on their freaking intros and outros on their YouTube page. These truthers, break free or die trying. What does that mean? Explain that. You're so good at explaining everybody else's books and stuff. Explain what that means. Explain it. Lead the way. Lead. I don't want to know what's written in all these books. I don't care. I care about now. I don't know them people. I don't know who they are. I don't know who they worked for. I don't know who published that book. I don't know whose family they from. I don't know who's on that money. I don't know who mushroom head that is. I don't know who, none of that. All I know is now. So what are we doing now? My will is to connect with those that are trying to really do something now. And you have to be willing to sacrifice something. You can't take it all with you. And I'm not talking about what they tell you sacrifice is. And Raleigh's. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about all this worldly crap. The same crap that we on right now. You can't have your cake sitting on there. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. You can't keep singing and have the candles lit and have the beautiful cake and keep your friends all around and sit there and look at it and be happy in that moment and eat the cake too. It's one or the other. You want to look at the beautiful cake or you want to eat it? That's the problem. That's what the old saying is, you can't serve two masters. That's what everyone's trying to do. Oh, I know we in this system and this and that, but I can't go without my shows though. I can't go without my TV. I can't go without this. I can't go without that. Well, then you just said who you serving. You just declare who you serving. You just declare what you love. You're going to serve what you love. That's what the old saying, put your treasure where rust and moths and things can't eat it. What is it saying? Put your treasure in the eternal. But that don't mean you just sit here and do nothing. about now, because then how if you ain't doing nothing now, what are you going to do in eternity? If you sitting here now, while it's tick tock, time ticking, you don't even know if you're going to be here tomorrow, but yeah, you just sitting here. If you do one thing, I'm gonna end with this. 222. That's a good number. It's a builder number. 223. That's actually how many genes every single original avatar is separated by. It don't matter what color you are. So both of them are good numbers. See, you can make anything good. You gotta take it back. You gotta take it back. Take it back. Take it all back. Brother earlier said something about seeing 33. Take it back. Take it back. Take that number back. We taking it all back. This is it. We taking authority over it all. Okay. It's an illusion, an ill use of ions. That means an ill use of energy. We have allowed it. We have agreed upon it. Or it wouldn't be. If you truly didn't agree upon it, it wouldn't be. You say you don't agree with it, but what is your actions? That's your fruit. What is your actions? You can say anything you want. When I get off here, I'm finna fly down the street. Literally. I'm gonna go outside, I'm gonna fly. I can say that, but what's the fruit? We here. It's time to stop faking the funk. It's time to stop faking the funk. It's time to stop doing things just because you're bored. It's time to stop just going with the flow of the ones that's going against the natural flow. It's time to stop worrying about what people think about you. It's time to really make some moves and to your mind is like an arrow. Okay? It's a compass. It only has one point. Wherever it is pointing is where you're going to go. The compass don't got 10 points pointing everywhere. Which way we gonna go? Well, I don't know, man. I mean, this one. You ain't gonna go nowhere. You have to point your mind and make your mind up. A made-up mind is the most powerful thing you can have in this realm. Make your mind up. What is your will? Your will. What is your will? What is your will? Make it happen. The Great Spirit will connect. You're already connected to those that will is the same. You just don't know it because you're not acting upon it. Therefore, you don't even know who is truly in your corner because they don't see you doing anything. They might hear you, but they don't see you doing anything about it. You're just talking about it. You're just letting them know you know something. Do something. And then that will attract others that are doing something. And then we come together and actually do some bigger things. But Chief, if we eternal and we leave in here, what does it mean? Because this place is going to remain existing. And your brothers and sisters, some of them aren't going to leave here yet. So what do you just want to leave it for them to even messier to try to figure it out when you can barely figure it out, when you just now getting it? You want to be that selfish to like make the maze even more crazier and leave them with that and just be like, well, shoot, you know, I found my way out, whatever. No, you're supposed to steward and do everything you can to make it easier and better for those that are coming behind you. Because this place is not going nowhere. It is meant to be here for a reason. You're going through that reason right now. If you weren't meant to be here, you would not be here. It's not a mistake. You are here, beloved. This is not a simulation. You're not dreaming. This is real. What are you going to do? Point the arrow of your mind and make your mind up which way you're going and do it. You will attract, and you already have everything you need. You just don't even know it yet because you're not moving. You can't see what is up around here because you're not moving. You don't even know that right around there is the water that you're thirsting for. But you looking down there for miles and can't see no water, man. There ain't no water, man. It's going to take us days to get water. You ain't moving. If you take 10 more steps, it's water right there. Don't even know it. That's what is needed right now. I love y'all. I'm not going to keep going on and on. All praise to the greatest of spirit. All praise to the great mother. Love, eternal gratitude forevermore to all the ancestors. We love y'all. Love to everyone that was here this evening. Love to everyone that watched this on the rewatch. I genuinely, authentically love y'all. Be your authentic self. No apologies. You don't have to apologize for being the real you. Your higher self does not mean it's some kind of kumbaya person. That's all indoctrination. That's all what they want you to be live, okay? Because they don't want you tapping into the authentic you, the real you, because that is the only real threat. As long as you have some kind of preordained idea of what is supposed to look like, that's not it. That's not it. I love y'all. And as always and always, Mësët.